The shocking issue came from one of the shiniest visuals in the Korean entertainment industry, Eunwoo, who in the morning reportedly secretly went to a major hospital in Seoul to undergo a thorough medical examination. There were no cameras, no large accompanying management staff, and no sign that the visit was part of the filming schedule. The news spread quickly after several hospital visitors spotted a figure very similar to the actor and immediately realized that the glowing-faced man wasn't just any patient. It was indeed Eunwoo. Eunwoo's arrival happened around 6:15 a.m., a time celebrities usually choose to avoid the crowds. He wore a thick black mask, a gray hoodie, and a dark baseball cap that was lowered low, covering part of his face. However, the aura of an A-class celebrity could never really be disguised. An eyewitness said that he looked a little tired, as if he had not slept enough. Many suspected that the visit was not just a regular medical checkup, but something he wanted to be sure about his condition. A hospital source who declined to be named stated that Eunwoo underwent a series of intensive examinations, ranging from complete blood tests, heart examinations, to body scans. This type of examination is usually done if a person feels extreme fatigue or repetitive physical stress, something very common in celebrities who constantly work without breaks. The Korean entertainment industry is known for crazy schedules that often leave artists running out of energy without them realizing it. Eunwoo has been at the peak of his activity lately. After attending APEC 2025, performing at various international events, and completing some intense filming schedules, she barely had a break. Fans have long noticed that there are fine dark circles under her eyes, and several times her body has become noticeably thinner in recent photos. Many thought it was just the effects of work pressure, but after this morning's news spread, the concerns of ARMY, K-pop fans, and his fans only increased. Speculation came from many directions. Some say Eunwoo experienced recurrent dizziness and shoulder pain due to frequent strenuous activities while filming his action drama. There are also those who think he has trouble sleeping because of the erratic international schedule. Some hardcore fans even considered that after APEC, his mental pressure increased due to the growing media spotlight from around the world. However, behind all the speculation, one thing that left many people touched was the way Eunwoo handled the situation. Instead of sending staff or asking for extra protection, he came alone, walking slowly through the hospital lobby, occasionally bowing politely at nurses who recognized him. That shows humility and a great sense of responsibility for his health, something that is often overlooked by other celebrities who choose to work despite the body's resistance. According to internal reports, Eunwoo's examination took nearly 3 hours. The doctors were seen talking quite seriously whenever he came out of one of the examination rooms. Although official results have yet to be announced, an officer implied that there were no critical conditions to worry about, but Eunwoo was advised to take a full break of at least a few days, something that might be difficult for a big star of her class. Even so, fans are hoping that Eunwoo can consider medical advice and give his body a chance to breathe. Before leaving the hospital, Eunwoo was seen sitting for a while in a waiting chair with his hands between his knees, staring at the floor as if thinking about something very seriously. His face did not show severe pain, but there was a tired look that was clearly visible even under the mask. A nurse who knew him said he said, "Thank you," over and over again, showing how friendly he was even when he was not fit. When Eunwoo walked out of the hospital through the back door, an obvious choice to avoid the crowd, some of the staff cheered, and he responded with a small smile. There was no shooting agenda that day, no public events. After that inspection, he headed straight for his car and drove off, leaving many questions and worries behind him. On social media, the hashtag ### Eunwoo will soon *** immediately jumped dramatically. Many fans wrote touching messages, wishing their idol a well-deserved rest. There were also international fans who expressed their concern after seeing blurred photos of Eunwoo looking exhausted as he walked out of the hospital building. "He looks fragile. Please give her a break," wrote one fan from the Philippines. Some entertainment analysts predict that the agency may soon release an official statement to calm the public, as it usually does when rumors concern a major artist's health condition. But so far, there have not been any comments from the management. The agency's silence has also sparked speculation as to whether it is waiting for the full results of the examination or wants to maintain Eunwoo's complete privacy. Despite all the rumors and conjectures, one thing is certain: Celebrity life is not always as beautiful as the stage spotlight. Behind the perfect appearance, there is a human being who needs rest, care, and attention. Eunwoo has been working non-stop, and his body may start sending out signals that can no longer be ignored. Many fans hope that this health checkup is an alarm for him and his agency to keep the schedule more wisely. And until this article is written, despite all the anxiety, the fans still give their full support. They waited for the good news, hoping that Eunwoo would come back better, fresher, and happier. Because there is no achievement more important than the health of an idol who has given so much happiness to the world. Cha Eunwoo came out of the hospital with a slow pace, as if still digesting everything he had just heard from the doctor. The morning air in Seoul was still cold, and his breathing seemed a little heavy as he closed the car door behind him. There are no camera flashes, no shouts of fans, only the silence of a city that has not yet fully woken up. However, it was precisely in that silence that the shadow of the greatest concern about him began to grow in the minds of the public. The news that he had to undergo a sudden medical examination had already spread faster than the light of city lights. Fans began to wonder, did something serious happen to the legendary visual? Until noon, uploads on social media continued to flow without stopping. Fans posted snippets of blur photos as Eunwoo walked toward the hospital elevator, complete with a gray hoodie that has become a topic of conversation. Some thought the hoodie was Eunwoo's way of protecting herself from the paparazzi, but others read more deeply, she looks alone, and that's what hurts the most. Many fans felt sorry for Eunwoo because he always looked like someone who shouldered everything on his own. He rarely shows his fragile side in front of the camera, but the moment he sat down for a moment in a hospital chair really made the public see him as a human being who needed time to get back on his feet. Fans' concerns were further heightened when an eyewitness revealed that while waiting for the results of the examination, Eunwoo closed his eyes several times while massaging his temples. The expression was very different from him, who usually always looked neat, fresh, and full of energy. The world of entertainment, as beautiful as it is on the outside, is never really far from pressure. There are many dramas to work on, international schedules, contract agreements, to demands to always look perfect. All of that, over time, erodes the energy of even someone known as one of the most professional idols in Korea. Meanwhile, the agency still has not provided any confirmation. No official post, no brief explanation, not even "please wait for further information." The agency's silence only amplified the furor, leading fans to flood ASTRO and Fantasio's official comment columns with calls for them to take better care of Eunwoo. Some fans commented, "We don't need a quick comeback, we need a healthy Eunwoo." Another wrote more emotionally, "We love you, not your schedule. Get some rest." Still, there was good news that calmed the fans a little. A nurse on duty that morning said that the doctor did not show any panic or hunting gestures while handling Eunwoo. Quite the contrary, they looked calm and professional, as if Eunwoo's health problems were more a matter of accumulated fatigue than something dangerous. But fatigue for celebrities is no small thing. Many artists previously experienced deep burnout until they finally had to go on a long hiatus. Fans hope that doesn't happen to Eunwoo, although many have also said that if hiatus is the only way for him to get back to health, they will be happy to wait for him. When news of Eunwoo's visit to the hospital broke into global trends, some major media outlets began to associate it with his tight schedule after APEC 2025. There were even reports stating that Eunwoo had accepted a new international project offer, making his mental and emotional stress even heavier. But until now, there is no certainty. The fans didn't need clarification about the job. They just wanted reassurance that Eunwoo was okay.